Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my new channel, Stranded Sailor Wines. Today we're going to be making Muscadine Scuppernong wine. Here's some of the ingredients you're going to need. You need some Star San, restaurant grade sanitizer. That's the one important thing. Everything needs to be sanitized. Okay, tomorrow we'll use Red Star Premier Cote de Blanc yeast, but you got to wait 24 hours after we mix everything up. I'm going to set that to the side. But you need 5 Camden tablets. That's going to help sanitize, take the natural yeast out and basically sanitize the fruits. We need 5 teaspoons of yeast nutrient, 2.5 teaspoons of pectic enzymes, and right here is the recipe to make 5 gallons of Muscadine Scuppernong wine. I made red wine last week out of Scuppernong, but I did not record that. And I've done mixed up my ingredients. I used 10 pounds of sugar. I've already dissolved that. I'm going to set this out of the way. I'm going to set these ingredients out of the way. I've tried to pre-make as much as I could to get everything going. I'm going to be using a 6-gallon carboy today and a big pot to mash everything up. And I'm going to use a roller to show you how I'm going to mash this stuff up. Okay, I'm trying to do it in one shot. Here, I better turn the phone around the correct way, huh? Oh, watch that. See, I've already made a mistake. Looky there. Okay. I thank everybody for tuning in today. I'm going to set my recipe out of the way, and we'll get started. First thing, I'm going to put my ingredients in the carboy. Take a little bit of water. Wash it out and make sure I get everything in here. Like I said, last week I made a batch with black Scuppernongs, but I didn't record it. But today I'm going to take the time and show you how I do this. Now these are pre-frozen. Freezing actually starts the process, the fermentation process. It also makes it a little bit easier to mash them and break them up. What I like to do with them in this bag, you can take a roller, kind of roll them a little bit, beat them up a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to mash. They say not to use an electronic processor or nothing because these are full of seeds. You don't want to cut up them seeds. But you can take your roller and just kind of mash them around like this. Flip the bag over. Try to make sure you get all the grapes busted up. And then just drop your bag into your big pot. And you may want to take a little bit of water. Don't take much, but just take a little bit of water. Rinse the bag out to get what juice you can. I just put a little bit in there and rinse the juice out. Throw your bag away. Now I'm using 15 pounds of muscadines, golden muscadines, Scuppernongs. And we're going to do it again. Like I said, I've already dissolved 10 pounds of sugar, letting it cool down to room temperature. I've already added my ingredients. Everything's been sanitized with Star San. And you may hear my dogs whining because I got my little bit's in heat. So please overlook that. But I wanted to share today how you make homemade muscadine wine. And possibly show you an easier way to bust up the grapes. Like I said, freeze them to start with. Flash freezing them will start the fermentation process. And the rolling pin does wonders. It don't take but just a minute to do it this way. And you can pretty much tell that most of them are busted up. You can take your hands and bust up what's not. Open your bag, pour them in. Then, like I said, add just a little bit of water. Rinse out the juices. Throw the bag away. And then we move on to the next bag. Some of these ain't thawed out real good. Shit. I wasn't counting on that. Okay, we had a malfunction, but that's par for the course. I hope everybody's still with us. This really doesn't take long. Now the Camden tablets, you put the Camden tablets in it to break up the natural starches, the wild yeast in the fruits, and it basically cleanses your mixture before you start. You need to wait 24 hours before you add the yeast. And you use two spoons to break up the Camden tablets in your mixture. And you don't necessarily want to put an airlock on for the first 24 hours. You can basically just cover it with a towel. You can put the cap on, but don't put the airlock on it. Just cover it with a towel. And let the natural yeast be dissolved and the gases escape. That's 3 bags down and 3 more to go. I started with 15 pounds or about 14 and a half pounds. And when you want to do your sugar to start with, you don't want to boil it, but you want to get it hot enough that the water will dissolve. You don't want to burn the sugar, but you want to get it hot enough that it'll dissolve, and then you want to let it cool down to room temperature, because using plastic carboys, it could damage the carboy, so you want to let it cool back down to room temperature. Before you pour it in. But that gives you time to break up your fruits and everything and mix your ingredients and stuff like that also. You don't have to bust all this up overly much. You just want to make sure that the outer hull of the muscadines are busted, because once the yeast gets started, it's going to break this stuff down a lot. There's bag number 4. I started out with 6 bags. I try to pre-do as much as I can because I got limited time on my phone, and I'm going to try to get a better camera so that I can make more quality videos. But starting out, I've been doing halfway decent with what I'm working with. And I'm glad that I'm getting a few followers. Thank you to everybody that has followed my channel so far. Please like, share, and subscribe, and feel free to share my videos all that you want. I appreciate your time to watching my videos. Last bag. The top bag and the bottom bag got more thawed out than the other ones did. I had to make some wine. My whole freezer and refrigerator was full. I went down to the berry patch last week and I wound up with 50 pounds of muscadines and 10 pounds of blackberries. But I'm very grateful. They really, really hooked me up. They done more than I really expected them to, but I can't say any more than that. Yeah, that bag right there is really thawed out. All right, we about got everything crushed up here. And we can move on to, we're almost done. Yeah, I actually got some juice out of that one. I'm rinsing these bags out to get what juice I can out of the bags. Some of them wasn't as thawed out as I thought they were. Now I'm going to take my potato masher and I'm going to mash around just a little bit. Like I said, some of them didn't get thawed out as much as I thought they should have. But the rolling pin does a really good job. I'm just taking the potato masher and kind of mixing this up with what little bit of water I put in there. And maybe busting up some more of them that didn't get busted up. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let me set this out of the way. There's star sand in this squirt bottle. But let me clean up what juice I got all over this. I'm going to spread my towel out here. Okay, now I'm going to take my mesh bag. I wish I had a bigger mesh bag, but I got a medium bag. This one will work because that ain't too big of a batch. I put my mesh bag over the top, and I got a big rubber band. I like to put the big rubber band over the top to prevent